Who sleeps first? Nobody volunteers, because the first person to close their eyes becomes the most vulnerable person in the group. The fire is shrinking. The darkness is getting closer. No one says a word. Everyone is listening. Somewhere, just beyond the light, something is watching. You can't see it, but it can see you. Stay awake, and exhaustion might kill you. Fall asleep, and something else might. For almost all of human history, this wasn't a nightmare. It was bedtime. When the sun disappeared, the world changed. The warmth faded. The forest hadn't changed. You had. Because now, you couldn't see it anymore. The birds stopped singing. New sounds took their place. Leaves rustling, branches creaking, a distant call echoing through the trees. Every sound meant something. Or at least, you hoped it didn't. Imagine sitting beside a small fire. Behind you, your family is trying to sleep. In front of you, an ocean of darkness. The fire lets you see about as far as you could throw a spear. Beyond that, the world disappears. But something out there might already know exactly where you are. Every few seconds, your eyes begin to close. You force them open, again and again. You tighten your grip on your spear. You listen. You wait. Not because you're fearless. Because someone has to stay awake. Someone has to keep the fire alive. Someone has to hear danger before everyone else does. Hour after hour, you fight the same battle. Not against a predator, against sleep. And eventually, sleep always wins. The question was never whether someone would fall asleep. The real question was whether everyone would still be alive when the sun came back. Long before humans became the world's greatest hunters, we were hunted too. Lions, leopards, hyenas, wolves, and predators that disappeared thousands of years ago. Most had one enormous advantage. Night belonged to them. Humans have remarkable eyesight during the day. But after sunset, everything changes. Colors disappear. Distance becomes difficult to judge. Outside the glow of the fire, a fallen branch could become an animal. A moving shadow could become a predator. Your brain filled in the rest. Predators didn't have that problem. Many could still detect movement, long after humans had lost sight of it. They didn't need perfect light. They only needed one opportunity. One distracted guard, one child wandering too far, one exhausted hunter who finally looked away. That's why fire became one of humanity's greatest discoveries. Not because it defeated the darkness, it didn't. It simply made the dangerous part a little smaller. Everything protecting you fit inside a tiny circle of light. Beyond it, the forest stretched for miles. Fire didn't make the night safe. It simply made the darkness take one step back. But every fire has the same problem. Eventually, it begins to die. Someone has to feed it. Someone has to watch it. Someone has to stay awake. Because the moment the fire goes out, the night becomes much bigger, and the people around it become much smaller. Because once the darkness took over, everything changed. The world outside the fire simply disappeared. Every sound became a question. A twig snapping, leaves shifting, a distant growl. Was it the wind or something getting closer? No one knew. And that's what made the night so terrifying. Our ancestors couldn't afford to assume everything was fine. The people who survived were the ones who expected danger, even when they couldn't see it. Night after night, they listened. They watched. They waited for morning. Every family depended on someone staying alert while everyone else slept. One careless moment could cost an entire group their future. Over time, that constant vigilance changed us. Not just the way we lived, but the way we thought. Our brains became experts at noticing movement, hearing unfamiliar sounds, and imagining what might be hiding just beyond our sight. Those instincts didn't disappear when the predators did. They stayed with us, even now. Have you ever walked through a dark house and felt the need to look over your shoulder, or heard a small sound and instantly stopped to listen? That's not your imagination. It's a survival instinct that helped countless generations stay alive. The world around us has changed. We have locks, lights, walls, and homes that our ancestors could never have imagined. But the human brain still carries echoes of those ancient nights. A part of you still pays attention when everything goes quiet. A part of you still feels uneasy when you can't see what's ahead. Not because the darkness is dangerous, but because for thousands of years, it often was. Maybe that's why we still sleep a little easier with a light nearby. Why strange sounds wake us instantly, and why complete silence can sometimes feel just as unsettling as a noise. The darkness hasn't followed us through history. We carried it with us, hidden inside instincts that once meant the difference between life and death. Because for most of human history, going to sleep wasn't the end of the day. It was the beginning of the greatest test of survival. Every night really could have been your last.